y'all. Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah, and let's recap and review Real Housewives of Miami. This is season 6, episode 11. So let's get into it. All right, y'all. So I'm sitting on the floor. It is my birthday, and I really just feel like doing this on the floor, and it's my day. Probably when this video comes out, it won't be my birthday. It'll probably be like 2 or 3 days or a day after my birthday. My birthday's on January the 12th. Just want y'all to know, January Capricorns are the best. You know, we push them Decembers to the side, just to let you know. But let's talk about it. So before we get into it, let's get spicy and talk about Julia's statement as it pertains to Lisa. So y'all know Julia and Lisa got into it at the Mamacita's party. Well, Julia is now saying she didn't hear Lisa's comment where she was like, I didn't even judge you when you have 3 baby daddies. And so Julia had this to say, and I'm getting this by way of Jay's reality blog. And it says, thank you to @RHOM.Bravo for bringing my attention to this hateful way Lisa spoke about me and my children. I did not hear this comment during the Mamacita's brunch, or it would have been addressed immediately. Attempting to frame the way my children came into this world as anything but joyful blessings is disgusting and impermissible. The unspeakable viciousness of invoking the memory of my late son in an attempt to attack me is simply unforgivable. So here's my thoughts. I feel like Julia is reaching. I'm sorry. I feel like Julia is reaching. Someone saying I didn't judge you for having 3 babies daddies is not trying to diminish or speak ill about the way your children came into this world. It's just to say, girl, I didn't judge your life choices, so why are you judging mine? I feel as though I like the fact that Julia stood in the fact that she was like, I'm not apologizing because I don't feel like I did anything wrong. Lisa could do the same thing when this comment is brought up at the reunion because, ma'am, you question Lisa's mothering and her life choices. So why can't she question your mothering and your life choices? Like, it's equivalent. And I hate when parents try to do the whole thing of like, you're speaking ill about my children. She didn't say anything derogatory about your son or about your 2 daughters. She specifically said, girl, you don't even know the name of the school your children go to, as well as you have 3 different like fathers to your kids, and I've never thrown that in your face. And that's the truth. And if we're going to be honest, because Julia is a white woman from Eastern Europe and people like her, no one has really thrown that in her face. But I guarantee you, if people didn't like Julia or if she was a darker hue, they would be throwing that in her face. They really would be. If she was black, brown person, heck, even if this was Alexia, because Alexia has an accent and she is a proud Cuban woman, they would throw, if Alexia had 3 different fathers of her kids, they would throw that in her face too. Like, Julia, I feel like you reaching, girl. You reaching, bro. Like, she pretty much just said, girl, I didn't judge the fact that you got 3 different fathers to your kids. And we not going to act like we don't sit here and be judging women, and I judge the men too. Ain't gonna lie. That have multiple children with multiple different people. NBA Youngboy got 11 kids. He ain't even 30 yet. And I'm looking at the girls and him like, is contraception not a term y'all know? Do you not know what condoms is or birth control is? So let's not. I feel like Julia is reaching, but I will like to see how Lisa will defend herself once they meet up for the reunion. All right, y'all. So let's talk about the scenes that really didn't matter. So let's talk about Logan and Lisa. So Logan and Lisa are going to the bank because he would like to open up his own bank account. And it was cute. He had his piggy bank, and I remember those piggy banks like that you punch the code in. I even had one. And he had money, okay? Like, I should have expected him to have funds because, he comes from a wealthy family. But I don't think I was expecting to see all them $100 bills. I was like, God, Logan, who giving you money and send them my way? Okay. It was also really cute when he was like pulling out his money, straighten it out and trying to like roll it up. I said Logan was like, and then he kind of was trying to like not let people touch his money. I said, Logan said, don't play with me, y'all. But it was a cute scene while they're while like Logan is counting out his money. Lisa is talking to Logan about the jobs that she's done and things of that nature. I could tell that the bank teller was kind of uncomfortable, or kind of like he was confused, because he kept like, every time Lisa was talking, that man's eyes was like, okay, click, 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 okay. like it was kind of giving like, girl, why are you telling me this? Why am I just supposed? It was giving like, do I just keep doing my job? But pretty much, she lets us know she worked at Dairy Queen's when she was 13. Mind you, I was like, your parents had you working at 13. But I don't know. They said the rumor is like Lisa is like half Jamaican and white, which I'm like, I know it's a stereotype, but y'all Jamaicans ain't beating it, because every person that I know is Jamaican has like 3 or 4 side hustles, and it's been working since they were like 13 or 12. So I was like, maybe it is true. But she said she worked at Dairy Queen's or DQ her first time. That was like her first job. Then I think she said she worked at Foot Locker. She was a go-go dancer. I could see Lisa being a go-go dancer, or a go-go dancer, or what do you call them? A bottle girl. Go-go dancer or a bottle girl. She gives that aesthetic. And then she said she worked at Hooters. Side note, Hooters is nasty. Does Hooters still exist? Because I feel like the last time I went to a Hooters was like in 2010 or 11. Like, it's been years. And I just feel like and I remember how nasty. The reason why I remember is like, I was disappointed because the slogan of Hooters is normally like, get good wings with nice titties. Now I was like, I'm not interested in the titties, but I'm interested in the wings. And I'm like, the wings is nasty, so all y'all got is titties. So I see why y'all be hiring the pretty girls with the big booties and the titties, because this food is nasty and you need people to be distracted. But I'm not into that. So I'm not distracted. I want good wings. So I don't know. Does Hooters still exist, y'all? Does it? So that was a cute scene. She tries to talk to him about like having good work ethic, because, when she met with Lenny, she was really a hard worker, but then she got complacent. My thing with Lisa is, I feel like, so here's the thing. We know Lenny and Lisa got together when Lisa was like in her 20s and Lenny was in his 40s. Now, mind you, I don't know how. Same thing with Sweet Tea. Like, you dating somebody in their 50s, you're 30, like 2 or 33. That is gross. He's older than your parents. It's nasty. I don't know how the girls do it. You got to be something fine for me to be like, yeah, that's what I want. Girl, yeah. Okay, old men get your worms. But I feel like, what she's saying makes sense. Like, I feel like if someone scoops you up when you're like 26, 25, and they're paying for everything, you don't got to pay for nothing, it probably would be very easy to become complacent and not want to like have things of your own, because you honestly think this person is going to take care of you in the long run. But unfortunately, she got screwed over. But, she's doing that whole perfume thing. So hopefully that is Lisa getting her own money for herself. We then have this scene with, who else? Oh, Alexia and Todd. So I don't like how, here's the thing. This whole them having to move in a month. There's this YouTube channel called The Lean, and I'll put a screenshot of like I normally do, so you guys can go check out the channel. And they always have like panel discussions about like when they review the shows. My thing about it is, I think somebody on that panel said something about like maybe Alexia and Todd have already moved and they're just like reenacting like the struggle of them trying to find a place. Because like that person said on that panel, it's weird that you're only giving her a month to find a place, and y'all got to move all that stuff in a month and then restart Frankie on his routine. So I'm hoping that what that person's prediction or theory was right, because I I'm hoping that's what it is. Because it is kind of crazy for me to think that, like, while Alexia, so we have the scene of Alexia. They're looking at apartments. The apartment was actually nice, but compared to what they've had to now, it was definitely a downgrade. The view was beautiful, the balcony was beautiful, but it was a downgrade. Even Frankie, they tried to take Frankie into his room, and he was like, no, no, no. No, he was like, it's little. And I said, Frankie said, y'all not gonna put me in here. Y'all, and I can't even be mad at him because even if I was Frankie, I'm used to a house of a certain size. I like, why are we downgrading this badly? And then Alexia was like, okay, this would be okay for a year. So I'm like, what are you rushing to? Like, why are we rushing? So it does lend to like the whole financial issue situation, which, I mean, like, everybody's on hard times. This economy is trash. Inflation is a you know what. Todd gets his money from real estate, and a lot of people are not buying homes like that. So it would make sense why he's struggling. But I think my thing about it is why can't we buy like a cute, nice little home similar to Marisol's or Adriana's, and like, if you're only going to stay there for a year, then give yourself time to like find everything. To try to like force yourself into a small apartment, and she didn't even like the closet because the closet was small. Even when they walked into that closet, I was like, she not gonna like that. That closet looks small. And Alexia she got a lot of stuff. So I was just like, girl, But I am hoping what that person's prediction was from the that YouTube channel was like, maybe they already had a place and they're just reenacting it, because a month to find a place, and then Todd's not helping. That's the other part that's weird. Like, they're acting like he's too busy to help, which is weird. It's weird. Like, you gonna have to help move, so help me find a place, sir. All right, y'all. So the episode actually opened up and we were at Marisol's house. So Marisol is going to have this event for her Cockies brand, and she wants all the ladies to come except Nicole. She is having like cocktails. People are going to be selling jewelry, giving away gifts. Just an event for everyone to come except Nicole and have a good time. So we finally get to meet Steve's, her stepchildren, and Steve's kids. Seem like cool kids. They're like 13 or 14-year-old boys. Marisol's relationship with them is more so as like a big sister. She's not really interested in being their mom because their mom is still in their lives. And we find out that Marisol and the mom actually have a decent relationship. And, she just really enjoys the kids. She was just kind of like, I had the opportunity to possibly have kids. I thought maybe I could have kids, but then they told me, my eggs is shriveled up. So having these stepkids means a lot to her. So while they're at the house, we find out that they're inviting a medium over so that person, his name is Derek, can sage the house. She wants there to be new energy since they're bringing in the girls. And, Marisol feels like she's tapped into everything. Mama Elsa was a witch. She let us know. The funniest thing is when they showed the flashback, when Larsa asked on season 1 for Mama Elsa to give her like what's it called? Like a reading or get a vibe check off of her. And Miss Elsa said, "You always worried about men." And Larsa was like, "Now my kids, yes, but men, no." And Elsa was like, "No, you always worried about men." And I'm like, Mama Elsa, did you feel that spiritually, or did you just peep that Larsa was that type of girl? Is that like, did you peep that Larsa was that type of girl? Funniest thing. Also, I wish Larsa would have never touched her face. Like, get the BBLs, mess with the body, but not the face. Because I feel like if Larsa allowed herself to age gracefully, she would have been a baddie. She really would have been a baddie. I think the issue with like plastic surgery or following beauty trends that are associated with plastic surgery is that it's a trend, and when it dies out, you be looking weird. You know what I mean? And I don't think Larsa is ugly by no means, but it's just kind of like, girl, you probably would have been 10 times prettier if you left your face alone. So like I said, the guy comes and sages the house, and everything seems to be good to go for her party. We then have a scene with Gertie, Julia, and Nicole. They go over to the house. Gertie getting on Russell's nerves. She got that man going up and down them steps. And I know he wanted to tell her, Tell me everything you need so I can go and get it, Gertie, because I'm tired. Going up and down steps is tiring. I don't even care if that man's a firefighter. That's a lot. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. So eventually they, like I said, Julia and Nicole go over to the house to see how she's doing. She's doing pretty well. And then Gertie's like, girl, tell me what's up. Why y'all had all this beefage at the Mamacita's party? Nicole explains that, they thought I purposely brought Anna there to cause beef or to cause trouble, and that's not the case. Adriana asked me if she could come, and I said yes because I didn't know that the beef was that deep. And then she asked Gertie, like, did you know? And she was like, no. And then Julia's sitting there on the bed kind of looking like like, yeah, I'm gonna have to clear things up. But Nicole gets visibly emotional because she feels as though they always think the worst of her. Now, y'all know I don't see it for Nicole. There's something about Nicole that I can't, yeah, it don't connect with me, But what I will say is I think she is a great housewife. I have to keep telling people that because people be so shocked when I'm like, you don't like Nicole? I was like, it's not that I don't like her. She's not a fave for me. Do I think she's great as a housewife? Yes, she's beautiful. I love the fact that she's a doctor. She got the money, okay? I don't know about sometimes them fashions don't be fashioning, but to me, she encompasses what a great housewife and what a housewife is supposed to be. Like, I wouldn't want her off the show. Like, I would never want them to kick her off. My only thing with Nicole is like, girl, you're on reality TV. I need you to play the game. Like, Nicole is trying to sit here and act innocent, and I think that's the part that's irritated me is because she's not innocent. You knew that they had issues. Even if you didn't know them issues were that deep, you still invited somebody to a party with people that you're saying that you're trying to move forward with and trying to be in a good place with to an event that they didn't know that lady was coming to have a moment. You wanted there to be a moment at your party, and there was a moment. You just didn't think the moment was going to be as explosive as it was. I think that's the part that's having me look at Nicole like, girl, you did know. And then when they show the flashback of her at the reunion, when Andy asks like, hey, did you have any of y'all talk to Anna or Leah Black? You can visibly see Marisol, Lisa, and Alexia are not really feeling that lady. But you got Nicole sitting there on the chair they've reached out to me. But I don't repeat rumors. And I'm like, so girl, you do know that they got beef. You might not have known how serious the beef was, but they had beef. And I feel like Nicole just needs to own that. But I also do understand her feeling like, why would y'all think the worst of me? Just like that. And it also lends to them not really wanting to move forward with Nicole, honestly, because if y'all immediately went to oh, she set us up, F her, we don't want to be around her, y'all never really wiped the slate clean with her so y'all could move forward. So like I said, she got emotional, but then she ended up saying, I'm not going to no group events until I get an apology. And the way Gertie's face was because I feel like Gertie understands, girl, we the only two that really rock with you. Me, Julia, really, yeah. So you sure you want to ice yourself out like that? Mind you, I wanted Nicole to pull a move where she just showed up to the event anyway. And was like, no, y'all not going to kick me out when she the reason why this popped off. Let's get some clarity and some understanding. That's what she should have did. That's what she should have did. We're at Marisol's house. The party actually looks really nice. We see Steve being worked to death like Russell was trying to help put things and all of that stuff. The party actually looks nice. Everyone gets there. There was this really awkward moment with Julia. She walked into the house and it was she didn't know why she was there. I don't know if she walked in there because she was nervous about having to tell the ladies that Adriana is the reason why Anna, however you say that lady's name, was there at the party. Or not. But it was just an awkward, even Kiki was like, girl, you walking in here you don't know who we are. It was weird. Even when they hugged, the embrace was weird. But we found out that Kiki and Kiki and Julia are going to be walking in Miami Beach Week or Miami Fashion Week. Either way, it's a lot about swimwear and it's similar, or it holds the same kind of or similar weight to New York Fashion Week. So Kiki and Julia are walking in it and they're both excited. Kiki is a model, girl. Them pictures they showed of Kiki, I said, come on, Kiki, especially that red with her hair, and she was laying long ways. I said, body, face, Kiki, okay, model. So Kiki is excited. She also said that's where she got, like, I guess her foot in the door is at Miami Fashion Week. So everyone starts to pile in. We see Julia being like, y'all really didn't invite Nicole. And Marisol was like, no. Then Alexia chimes in and she says, Nicole is supposed to have the highest IQ out of all of us. And she's trying to act stupid like she didn't know we had beef and that she wasn't trying to set up Marisol. One thing I will say, though, is I don't know. So here's the thing. Y'all know I like Marisol. Y'all know I do. But I wonder if Marisol and Alexia were not friends, if Marisol would get along better in the group. Because I go back to the first part 1 of the Mamacitas episode. So I think that was like, if this is episode 9, where Marisol was not that pressed that Anna was there. Like, she was angry, but she didn't explode until Alexia amped her up. So I feel as though maybe Marisol would have invited Nicole if Alexia wasn't being like, no, girl, she set you up. I'm trying to have your back. She set you up. Like, why are you going to invite somebody that set you up? I feel like once someone keeps telling you, like, girl, she set you up, you eventually going to be like, dang, did she really set me up? Because I feel like in the beginning, Marisol really didn't care. Like, she cared, but she didn't care as much as Alexia did until Alexia was like, bro, I'm standing up for you. You always say I don't stand up for you. I'm standing up for you, bro. I'm standing up for you. And I was like, well, girl, maybe Marisol was like, maybe she did set me up. Maybe we should go. Because I'm wondering if they're not friends anymore. Because I feel like there is going to come a season where Marisol and Alexia aren't friends like that. Because I really don't think Alexia has Marisol's back the same way Marisol has Alexia's back. And I feel like there's going to be one season where Alexia does something that totally makes Marisol be like, no. So they're all sitting down, they're talking, and then while they're sitting at the table, Alexia is getting really amped up because I think Gertie asks them again when she gets there, and Adriana, they're all sitting at the table, and I think Alexia saying the same thing, like, girl, Nicole tries to set us up, blah, 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 blah. And then you see Julia at the end of the table being like, Adriana, tell them you the ones that did it. And Adriana was like, no. And then Julia kept pressing, like, tell them that you were the one that invited her. Tell them you were the one that invited her. And Adriana was like, fine, like, whatever, girl. And then so she blurts out, she's like, no, I am the one that brought Anna there. I asked her if she could come, and Nicole said yes, so I brought her. I specifically brought her there because I felt like you were being hypocritical, bringing up Lisa's finances, and you have issues with, like, Anna said you and your man had issues, and I was waiting for her to, like, wanted to embarrass Alexia. So Alexia is looking at Adriana like, why would you do that? Because I gave good advice. And that's the thing. She gave good advice to Lisa. She gave really good advice to Lisa. Like, I'm good with my husband. She not good with hers. What we talking about? Like, of course you need to get a new car. So then so I think someone was like, do y'all really, like, are y'all still mad at Nicole? And they're both like, yes, because she knew we had issues. Now, this is where I feel like they should have left it alone. They still could have had an issue with Nicole and been like, girl, she knew we had issues, but still focus. Like the energy they have for Nicole needs to be given to Adriana. Because Marisol, they asked Marisol and Alexia. By the way, Marisol's confessional, that red confessional eats. That is the best confessional out of this whole entire cast. And we've gotten new confessionals. I kind of like Julia's, like, denim jacket thing, but Marisol's confessional, this one and the one with the crystal crown, she eating. But Alexia and they production asked Alexia and Marisol, "Are y'all still Nicole? Like, why aren't y'all mad at Adriana and more mad at Nicole?" And their whole thing was like, "Adriana's an asshole. We expect this out of her, but Nicole, I don't know. They just want a reason to be mad at Nicole at this point." Like, I get why, but the energy that they're giving Nicole needs to be given to Adriana, and it looks like it's gonna happen next episode. And then Lisa comes. Lisa is like 2 hours late. 2 hours late. She pulls up to the event. She got an attitude. She got heat for Alexia because she feels like Alexia was being hypocritical because Alexia has been where she's been and should be more like loving and caring. When they're sitting down at the table, Lisa and Alexia get into it, and Lisa kept trying to say that Alexia was trying to overtalk her and that she was being aggressive. And we've seen Alexia be aggressive, and to me, she wasn't being aggressive. Here's the thing, and I'm irritated because y'all got me over here defending Alexia. What Alexia said to Lisa was not bad advice. It was great advice. And when Marisol said, "Ma'am, she's telling you we want you to get a new car or get away from Lenny because this man is saying that you are bugging his car. This is for safety concerns." She's being a good friend. But Lisa don't see it that way. That's how you know Lisa need to go to therapy. Lisa is so wrapped up in this vortex of being a victim. And don't get me wrong, to a certain extent, she is one because Lenny is horrible. But it's like at this point, you have to start doing things for yourself. And I didn't even have a problem when Alexia was like, "This is not a pity party for you." Because at this point, they've given you all this energy. Now, a lot of people feel some type of way about the ladies not rallying behind Gertie, but I also feel like I've said before, I don't know if Gertie wants them to do that. I think it's coming though. But it does feel like they're giving so much grace and so much energy towards to Lisa, when it's like, yeah, she just going through a divorce, but this lady got cancer. But what's it called? Gertie's sitting at the table. She's like in her own head. We unfortunately find out she got to get another surgery because the margins around the cancer that they took out of the tumor wasn't clear. So they want to go in and make sure they are clear. She gets up and she starts to yell at everyone and tell them like, this is a petty argument. And Lisa's like, "Don't yell at me." And I'm like, "Girl, Lisa, calm down before you get popped." And Gertie is just like, "This is stupid." And then Gertie says, "You know what? I lied. I got to get another surgery." And everyone at the table is like, "What?" And then you see Marisol hit Gertie, which made me laugh because that's something a friend would do. Be like, "Girl, why didn't you tell me?" And so everyone's like, "Why didn't you tell us?" So she's starting to get really emotional. Everyone leaves the table. You have Lisa saying, "I know how to clear out a table, don't I?" I'm like, shut up, Lisa. Kiki's sitting at the table just like, my God, every time. Everyone's rallying around Gertie. She's in the kitchen crying like, "Y'all got to make this right. Nobody is trying to intentionally do anything to harm y'all. Like, Nicole's not trying to do that to you. And she's just overwhelmed." They see her, they walk her outside. Alexia starts crying because Gertie is crying because she's like, she feels bad that Gertie's going through all of this. We see Kiki gets up and actually comes outside to hug her, and everyone's just like, Alexia's like, she's gonna like honor what Gertie said about making it right, but she was like, "I expect Nicole to own her part in bringing Anna to this party." So this is my thing. I think Gertie should have been demoted to a friend of. Not saying that I think she should get kicked off the show or be let go, but I think because this is such a serious situation, maybe she should have been allowed to be like, "You know what? I don't need to be at every event. Like, some events, I just need to be at home with my family." Because you can definitely tell, like, Gertie is having up and down days. Like, one day she's, like, really good. The next day, she's thinking, like, I might not be here to see my kids, go to college, get married, be a beast in their career, and I might never see my husband. So it's like, I feel like she might be overwhelmed with filming with the ladies, because even though it's a catty show, so they're gonna fight, they're gonna have to fight, like that's what they do. But I just think right now she's so overwhelmed, and it's like, when you're overwhelmed, especially by a serious situation, petty arguments irritate the hell out of you. Stuff that you would have laughed off or giggled about, you are now like, "Girl, all y'all shut up. just shut up. You know what I mean? So I think maybe this should have been where she tapped out a bit, but we know she's better now, which I feel like makes it easier for us to watch the show. Like if she was like worse or like she still had it, we would be upset. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all, that is it. That is all. Remember to be bravely authentic and hop down in them comments below. Deuces.